A very good and amazing Monday morning to you all. It's Fabio and welcome back to another daily market outlook. Euro USD first and then gold and the other major dollar pairs. So euro dollar has already kind of pushed a little bit lower this morning. Overall, we can see a very ugly 4 hour and 1 hour. As we can see, the market since last week, what is it, Monday, it's just been moving choppy, reverse up, reverse down, reverse up, choppy. So it's been a very ugly market, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at Euro USD itself, I therefore want to go just one time frame up higher just to make it a little bit more clean and clear. If we look here at the daily time frame, very simply said, because when stuff get a little bit hectic, you just want to keep it nice and simple. Uptrend, pull back, uptrend, pull back, uptrend, pull back, uptrend, right? So it would make sense now for Euro USD to start creating a new higher high and moving up higher in towards this buy side liquidity above the biggest and highest swing high. So that is what I'm looking for. Overall, the fractal structure is also bullish. We can very clearly see that we got that push down, we got a pullback, we got a push down, we got that break up, fractal high break, and now obviously looking for potential further upside on this pair based on the daily. Going in towards the 4 hour time frame, there is no real clear area of demand. Obviously, we had this 4 hour sell before the big buy up. We have already tapped into that, meaning that it is not fresh anymore, and therefore this is not like an optimal place where I would like to go long from. That's just not me. The only kind of like area that I'm still looking at for potential longs, if we even get there, is this lower area of demand, this sell before the big buy up. This would for me be an ideal zone to go long from. The only other long that I would spot, because we actually have news coming out literally now in around 30 seconds. I already recorded this video, but the file was corrupt, so I have to just record it again. Is this liquidity low over here? So we have liquidity open below the low. Maybe we just swipe it and then reverse back in towards the highs. So keep my eyes open for those longs as well. That is the only other long that I kind of see happening. What I'm looking at is potentially like a reverse up, then boom, break up, form demand inside this sell candle, and then look for that long up higher. That is the only other situation that I would be happy with looking for a potential buy. So news coming out now, we're pushing down lower. This is all live. Let's see what happens, and if the news actually pushes the market down lower. I got Forex Factory open over here. I don't know why it's giving me a bad gateway. We'll just have to go back, but what is happening at the moment is that we're seeing a strong dollar and a weak euro. So Euro USD is now pushing down lower. Let's see what happens. Maybe after swiping even this low, that could cause a reversal. I'm not interested in any shorts as of now. Not really going to engage with this price action. Let's come back to this very shortly. Looking at the dollar has been ranging like crazy. A lot of people have been saying, okay, I'm still looking for further dollar shorts. Obviously, I mean, we've already swiped the liquidity underneath this daily swing low or 4 hour swing low over here. And if we look at the interest rates, because the United States has cut its interest rates, guys. And when you cut interest rates, as you can see over here, by 50 base points, what does this mean? It is often a bearish sign. However, if you compare this to Japan, if you compare this to Europe, the interest rates in the United States are still relatively high, meaning that people will still put their money into dollars due to the economy itself in the United States still being pretty strong when we look at the numbers on the labor market and so forth. So looking at Japan, we can see still 0.25%, and in the euro region around 3.65% interest rates. So again, United States with its 5% is still higher. Higher interest rates is often stronger for a currency. Lower interest rates is often weaker for a currency, just for your guys' information. Now, I don't know what has happened to Forex Factory, but it just doesn't want to work. But it looks like the numbers that came out on Euro USD are weak for the euro. That's why we're seeing Euro USD pump down lower. However, I am still just interested only in longs if we start breaking above the highs once again. So let's see if we break above these highs, then a long. I'm not really interested in any shorts. However, we did of course see this break of structure. So the only short that I'm kind of looking at is in 1 hour and 45 minutes. If we see a strong bearish close and we form supply in here, that'll then look to potentially trade that 50-minute trend in towards this demand zone, but it's just lower probability than taking longs. Now going into Aussie dollar, what is happening over there? So Aussie dollar itself has sold off in towards the downside now. Now we're still stuck inside this area of 4-hour demand. Again, Aussie dollar is very similar to what I just mentioned at the beginning of this video, that all these pairs are extremely messy. We can very clearly see that we've just been consolidating over here. I am waiting, guys. I am waiting. I do not want to get my hands burnt inside of this area of consolidation. Now, when it just comes to looking at the daily time frame, because when again the 4 hours messy, you just go up a time frame and look at the daily. Now, the daily itself has a clean area of daily demand still located over here from where I would preferably want to go long from. Liquidity underneath this low. So this for me is an ideal long in towards the upside. I would love to go long from there. Otherwise, if I want to go long, what I'll be waiting for is for the overall order flow just to continue. So I'm now waiting to see, okay, and at the moment, this is your 4-hour fractal low. This is your 4-hour fractal high. Can we start breaking this high again and kind of, let's say, for example, validate this area of demand over here, or validate some liquidity below here, or even push down lower in towards this refined area of 4-hour demand, see kind of like this corrective pattern down, and then from demand push up higher again. Then I'll start looking for longs once we break the 4-hour fractal high. Just because we've been ranging so long, I don't want to get stuck in any 15-minute trades. So what I'm now just waiting for is the 4-hour fractal high to go. If that high goes, then I will look for a long. Looking at GBPUSD next. So GBPUSD is selling off this morning. What I'm pretty much just waiting for is longs from this area of demand over here. So this is the only region from where I'm going to be looking for a long after liquidating the low. So yeah, for now, some further downside after. Also, if we look at the daily time frame and we look at where we are within the market, you look to the left, we're at that liquidity high, which I mentioned last week. So again, that is what I'm looking at. Overall, we have this corrective pattern in towards there. So looking and keeping an eye on that. That is all I can really say for now. Going into the 4-hour time frame, it just makes sense to look for longs only from here, not looking for longs inside this messy price action, because I think you guys can all agree with me, this is just messy, what we're seeing over here. Therefore, just waiting for the liquidity low. Going into, let's say, NZDUSD, that is next. So NZDUSD also ranging like crazy. All I can say is that this is the 4-hour fractal low. This is the 4-hour fractal high. I'm still interested in longs. Going into the daily, it still makes sense that we're going to push up higher. We had a fractal structure change over here in the sense that what happened, push down, pull back, push down, pull back, push down, break up, and we've just been pushing up and up and up. So your daily fractal structure, sorry for the noise, the daily fractal structure is still bullish, and therefore just still interested in longs, also in line with the overall daily trend upwards. So for me, longs still make sense, but it needs to be at good value and it doesn't need to be inside consolidation. So if we look at this, we can very clearly see the 4 hours just consolidating, therefore still no longs on the table just yet. Waiting, again, just waiting. We need to break out and we need to see some cleaner price action, therefore not taking any trades just now. Going into gold, gold is still pushing. We're currently stuck inside demand. Again, this is now a 4-hour demand zone where we're currently inside of, looking for longs inside there. If we see some bullish price action on the lower time frame, it's not really looking like it. It looks more like we just want to liquidate the lows and, for example, push in towards this 50-minute demand zone. So maybe if we liquidate this low over here, then we could see reversal. Again, very strong bearish momentum this morning. What I am just simply going to wait for is very clear directional bias. The 15-minute time frame had a break over here. It had a, let's say, I wouldn't really, well, you could classify this as a pullback, break over here, break over here, break over here. So the overall momentum on gold is still bullish, guys. We're still creating higher highs and higher lows. At the moment, this is a strong low. So let's see, maybe we just wick below it real quick, and then we start seeing bullish momentum kick back in. I'm just going to be waiting for a 15-minute change of character, which is bullish, and only then would I be interested in longs. For any potential shorts, wait for the 4-hour fractal low to break and then look for kind of like a double break, and then we could look for shorts potentially in towards this lower area of demand over there. So that's it for today, guys. A bit of a messy market. I'll update you guys in Discord if I see anything interesting, but that's it. Waiting for EURUSD to maybe liquidate that low like it has pretty much actually done now. Over here, liquidated this low. So let's see. Still just waiting. So that's it for today, guys. Let's keep an eye on GBPUSD. GBPUSD is the only interesting long if we push in towards here. For rest, nothing, just much. Only looking for longs again once we start breaking the highs again. Otherwise, just focus on shorts and then look for those longs. Have a great day, guys. Speak soon.